Um, some things change and some things stay the same. Okay? Some things change for the better. Some things change for the worse. Some things stay the same for the better, and some things stay the same for the worse. My mother, she's had recently, like in the past like couple of weeks, she had some phone issues. So she's been without a phone. So the way that I've been able to call her and talk to her, I have to call my grandmother's house because my mother lives with my grandmother because my grandmother is terminally ill, and so these last actually she wasn't supposed to live past last Christmas. So but she's still here. But my mother decided to move in with her to spend the last days of her life with her mother. Now, anybody who knows me personally knows that I do not like my grandmother. And if I have the money to go to her funeral, and I don't have anything else to do with the money, then maybe I might go. But that's how much we don't like each other. So, and to give you some background, in my mind and in what I see in other relationships with family, your grandmother is automatically seems to be your ally. She's always sneaking you candy and doing stuff sweet for you and having you come over her house, and that's never been me and my grandmother. My grandmother kicked me out of her house when I transitioned, and you know, I was homeless, living in a car, and she could care less. And I was 13. My mom was in prison at the time, and then when I got older and I was in college, she had got on drugs, and she had custody of my brother, and I ended up taking custody from my grandmother. My mother signed while she was in prison, signed custody over from my brother. I got a video of my brother's interview I can link here. My youngest brother here, kind of giving the background of that story. But when I got custody of him, you know, me and my grandmother really fell out. Now, she's always been just anti me. Just anti, she don't want to call me by my name. She don't want to call me by the right pronoun. She's just a bitch. And it got to the point at one point where when she wouldn't call me what, I expected to be called, which this isn't a phase. I've been, living my life like this for, at this point, a long time. Every time I would talk to her, I would call her a bitch. Like, even in, like, normal conversation, like, I would, like, and I would purposely do it in embarrassing moments. For example, like, if we're in a grocery store and she's asking me, can I get her the bread off the counter? I would say, bitch, what type of bread? And because she's an older lady, that's kind of, it's not like your homegirls, like you saying, bitch. I would be very firm, and it would be normal conversation. And I would do it in front of her friends, in front of whoever. I would call her a bitch directly. Every time she called me the wrong pronoun, I would call her a bitch. Every single time. And it wouldn't be like, bitch. It wouldn't be attitude. It would be like, okay, bitch. Yes, bitch, I will bring you your glass of tea. Oh, you want me to cut off the TV, bitch? Great. Oh, you want me to go get your shoes out of the... Oh, bitch, you want me to go get your shoes out of your bedroom? Oh, bitch, sure, I'll do that, bitch. And I would do it in a way that was very direct, and it wouldn't be attitude. It would just be, like, nonchalantly. every time she would use the wrong pronouns. And when she would ask, like, why are you calling me a bitch? Why are you using that language? Because you are calling me a he. Because you're not calling my name. That's not my name. So until you can respect me and what I want you to call me, I'm going to continue to call you a fucking bitch because you're a bitch. So, as you can see, we didn't really get along. But it got to the point where when she addressed me, she consciously know, okay, if I don't want to call her my granddaughter, I'll call her my grandchild. Because I don't want to call her my grandson. Because I'm going to get called a bitch. So I'll call you my grandchild. Which is much better than disrespecting me and calling me your grandson. So I'll take that. Bitch. So anyway, it got to a point at one point where we were, where she had got cancer. And I was the person, she started being really nice, calling me her granddaughter and just, hey girl, get him our life. And we just got cool. I was the person who was, helping her with groceries and checking up on her and doing all that kind of stuff. And then she went in remission. And as soon as she went in remission, I went back to being an abomination and grandson and he and him and that kind of stuff. So when she did that, when she switched it up, when she went into remission and beat the cancer and she wasn't about to die, trick to get your lipstick off. Make sure you don't get in your teeth. When she realized she wasn't about to die, she went back to being this bitch. Now, mind you, she's never been a churchy. She's never been a church goer or, a church God-fearing woman. Never. Never been that. So, this is just give you the type of person that she is. She's a bitch. She's a bitch to my mother. She's a bitch to everyone. It's just not me. She's just a bitch. So anyway, I've never gotten along with my grandmother. And she seemed like she never will change. And when she got into remission and she went back to that bitch, I totally cut her off and stopped dealing with her. I stopped when I would call and she would answer the phone, like if she's answered my mom's phone, I would not say, hi, hey, how you doing? I would immediately say, let me speak to my mother. I wouldn't call her my grandmother. I would call her Pauline, which is her name. We just weren't. When I would walk in a room, like when I would come into town for family functions like holidays, when I would walk in the room with my family, I would hug and kiss and be cordial with everybody, and I would act like she don't exist. Because I just don't like her, and I don't want, I just wanted to, no, fuck you. You don't have to accept me. I don't give a fuck. Do you? But you will respect me or I'm going to disrespect you. So we got to a point where we just didn't speak. And it seemed like that was fine with us. It was fine. We both are stubborn and we both are hold grudges, I guess. And, we both are independent and we really don't need each other. So yesterday, my mother left me a voicemail on my phone. And I had to call her back, but her phone, she sent me a message on Facebook saying, don't call my phone because my phone is tripping. Call the house phone, which is my grandmother's house. Okay? So when I call, I say, I ring it, and my grandmother picks up the phone. And I said, can I speak to my mother, please? And she says, oh, hey, how you doing? Hi. Oh, it's good hearing your voice. Oh. Oh, well, thank you. Good to hear your voice, too. Can I speak to my mother? And she says, my mother's name is Moochie. Her childhood name is Moochie. She says, Moochie, my granddaughter's on the phone. What? Oh. A bitch was gagged. And my mother got on the phone and oh, well, you hear your grandmother? My mother was like, oh, did you hear your grandmother? Oh, I said, I know. What's going on? She's in high spirits today. Let me look outside. Is hell freezing over or something? Check my pulse. I don't know what bitch. And my mom started laughing, and we kind of left it alone. But I thought it was really cute, and she has been in that situation before, and I just thought it was cute, and I told my mother to put her back on the phone, and I asked her how was she feeling, how was her health doing, and you know, you know, just giving her some words of encouragement. Since that, I don't know if that was her way of throwing up the white flag, but I just let it go and I said, "Well, I hope you feel much, much better tomorrow," and gave her some words of encouragement, and that was pretty interesting. But some things change, some things don't. Some things stay the same, some things don't. This is your girl, Diamond. Have a wonderful day.